I didn't have any idea why he was screaming at me the way he did on the very first day.
He was an Irish drunken bully.
He picked me up by my ankles. He dangled me over a trash can, and he was like, "The trash goes in the trash can."
I had a difference of opinion with a woman I'm working with. I did something I thought was funny, and it wasn't taken that way.
Bill Murray has been Hollywood royalty for decades, but the legacy he's leaving behind is terrible. From making women uncomfortable on every set he's ever worked on, to attacking young child stars and throwing fits, Bill Murray isn't just an old angry man, but a dangerous one as well. So let's get into it. Now, I'm annoyed because I really thought Bill Murray was one of the good guys, but I did my research and I found out he's not. It's frustrating that every big actor in Hollywood ends up being a creep, but Bill Murray is one of them. You guys may recognize him from movies like Ghostbusters or Groundhog Day, Caddyshack. He was in Lost in Translation. The guy has been working in Hollywood for a very long time, which is unfortunate in this case because it's given him many moments to do really weird and bad things.
Stories of Bill behaving badly have come up before in his 5 decades in Hollywood, and now a new accusation has come to light.
While I'm familiar with Bill Murray as an actor, I was not familiar with his past, so I wanted to dive into all of these stories, these allegations, and try to figure out how did he continue to work in Hollywood. Like when Bill was criticized after forcibly kissing Naomi Watts in a horrifying talk show moment. Bill Murray is being criticized after forcibly kissing Naomi Watts. He appeared on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, and it looks like Naomi was there as well, who he stars in a new film, The Friend. At one stage, Naomi, who's married to Billy Crudup, was asked about the best movie or TV kiss of her career, and Bill Murray quickly grabbed her face and kissed her. Wait, what? Naomi did not know what to do. She looked visibly shocked, placing her face in her hands while shaking her head. Now, Bill and Naomi know each other. They starred in the film St. Vincent back in 2014. But Bill, hold up. Who do you think you are grabbing this 56-year-old woman who's happily married?
I mean...
Oh. I thought it was gonna be like a little grandpa kiss, a little grandpa peck, which is still not appropriate, but look at this.
Oh, yes!
Oh, and he's so, I mean, she looks great for her age, but he is grandpa. Get off me, grandpa.
Okay, did I go red?
Yes.
That was too easy. That was.
Oh, God. I mean, she's handling it well. I would have, wanted to storm off, but then people would have labeled her a B word. I feel like they would have, But we're labeling him a C word and a P word. A creep and perv. I like how her answer was like, my husband, Billy. Let's remind the room that I'm happily taken. A lot of people are calling Bill out in this moment, saying it was horrifying to watch. It was so disrespectful. Between calling Naomi Watts a little girl to grabbing and kissing her without notice, I've been a fan as long as I can remember, but it was rough to watch. Others questioned Andy Cohen's response, who branded the moment so good. Probably so good for your show. One person wrote, how gross and horrifying. Andy saying yes and so good. Ugh, just awful.
That was too easy. That was very too easy.
So good.
Here's the reality. Insurance companies often do not want to pay you. If you are injured in an accident, their job is to delay, deny, and underpay. And they get away with it when people don't know their rights. That's why you might need Morgan & Morgan. They are the biggest injury law firm in the country. They've secured billions of dollars for their clients, including a $12 million settlement in Florida. And that is 34 times what the insurance company originally offered. And unlike other firms, they don't just settle cases for quick cash. If the insurance company does not pay up, then Morgan & Morgan is happy to take them to court. And the best part, you don't pay anything unless they win your case. If you have been injured, you can check out Morgan & Morgan and use my link forthepeople.com/Sloan or scan the QR code on the screen and you can file your claim right now. It takes minutes. You probably could finish one before the end of this video. The consultation is free. The process is simple. There's nothing to lose. Thank you, Morgan & Morgan, for sponsoring this video, and enjoy. I mean, if I was Andy in this moment, I don't know what I would have done, but I feel like knowing myself, I would have been like, wait, what happened? And a lot more shocked, but maybe nothing shocks him anymore. I mean, dealing with those housewives, I wouldn't be surprised. But Bill said that in 2022, He also found himself in trouble. There were misconduct allegations against him, which eventually shut down a film he was working on. A female staff member who was working on the film set accused him of behaving inappropriately with her. And I don't know why Bill says that he was barbecued for this, because he had to pay about $100,000 in a settlement to this female coworker. Supposedly he had kissed and straddled the much younger crew member while being on the set of Being Mortal. He explained that he had known the woman who made the complaint, and the incident involved him kissing her as they were both wearing face masks that were part of a COVID-19 protocol. Wait, that is so bizarre. So he went to go and kiss the woman through a mask? When asked about what happened, Bill said, "I tried to make peace. I thought I was making peace." By wait, what? By like forcibly trying to kiss your much younger coworker through your mask? But he said, again, "I ended up being, to my mind, barbecued." Is that like an older saying? Which, shout out to the people in in their 80s and 90s or 70s that are watching this. If you are, thank you. Shout out. Comment below if you can. I would really love that. But what does it mean to be barbecued? He went on to say, "But someone I worked with that I had lunch with on various days of the week, it was COVID. We were all wearing masks." I guess he skipped a sentence. "And we were stranded in this one room listening to this crazy scene. I don't know what prompted me to do it. It's something that I had done to someone else before, and I thought it was funny. Every time it happened, it was funny. I was wearing a mask. I gave her a kiss, and she was wearing a mask. It wasn't like I touched her, but was just I gave her a kiss through the mask. She wasn't a stranger." Okay, none of that adds up to why he would do this.
We had a difference of opinion. I had a difference of opinion with a woman I'm working with. I did something I thought was funny, and it wasn't taken that way.
He says the movie was stopped because the human rights, or H&R, of the Disney Corporation came in and stopped it. He ended up saying he thinks the whole experience that he had went through with this old coworker was stupid. Well, you had to pay $100,000 to this person. He said, "You can teach an old dog new tricks, but it was a great disappointment because I thought I knew someone and I did not." Now, those were two very recent examples, but I'm going to take you guys back to the year 1990. Greena Davis is an actress who released her book, Dying of Politeness, a memoir. She writes about working with Bill in the 90s, saying that she was about 34 at the time and he was 40. She said that their first meeting, which took place in a hotel room, Bill acted creepy with a massager and he wouldn't take no for an answer. Ew, that's so weird. Very Harvey Weinstein of him. Then on set, he shouted at Gina for being late when she had a perfectly good reason and continued to scream at her in front of everyone to humiliate and berate her.
I didn't have any idea why he was screaming at me the way he did on the very first day. But, and I was so shell-shocked. All I could do was feel, terrible shame and embarrassment. And then I saw that he would pick somebody else and do it to them and do it to them. And I would watch this. And after one of these incidents, I said, "I can't wait till you do that to me again, because now I know how to react to it." And he said, "Well, I haven't had to because you've behaved yourself." Wow. So,
wait, what type of but I mean, at this point, she's 34, he's 40. There's not much of a difference. Why does he think he is so superior to her? This comment rate surprising absolutely no one. This guy, Bill Murray, just oozes being a complete a-hole. Since we're taking this back in time, I want to show you guys another moment that's really inappropriate involving Bill, also on national television.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. It was a lot like this, in fact, yeah.
Really? He touched you a lot in the audition?
Yeah.
Wait, what? Did he just try to reveal her?
Are you serious?
No, I swear.
What a freak. I can't imagine having to be working with this guy, having your livelihood dependent on him. Lucy Liu is another actress who broke their silence on Bill. Lucy had opened up about her decision to confront Bill on the set of Charlie's Angels in the year 2000. She first spoke about this experience in 2021, about 2 decades after it happened. She said, "When I sense something's not right, I'm going to protect myself. It's innate. I would have done that in any situation. There's no need to condescend or put others down." Here's a news report that breaks down some of the allegations that Lucy has made against Bill.
Actress Lucy Liu alleged that while filming Charlie's Angels in 2000, Murray inexplicably started hurling insults at her.
Some of the language was inexcusable and unacceptable. I stood up for myself, and I don't regret it. There's no need to condescend or to put other people down.
On that same set,
There's no doubt that's hot.
the director accused Murray of headbutting him. Murray has denied this.
Not him headbutting one of his coworkers. Like, what are you doing? Also, Lucy said that at some point she remembers he would just like yell these insults at her, and she would look around like, he's not talking to me, right? Because why would he even be speaking to her like that? Now, another actor who's been outspoken is Seth Green. He had an altercation with Bill Murray behind the scenes of Saturday Night Live when Seth was only 9 years old. He appeared on the podcast Good Mythical Morning, and he says Bill, who was 31 at the time, made a big fuss about Seth sitting on the arm of a couch, okay, like how a 9-year-old child would do. Bill allegedly grabbed the kid by his ankles and dangled him over a dustbin while Seth was swinging his arms and screaming. He said, he dropped me in the trash can. The trash can falls over. I was horrified. I ran away, hid under my dressing room table, and then just cried. Wait, what an actual monster. Can you imagine being a grown adult, super famous, super rich, and attacking a child?
He picked me up by my ankles. He dangled me over a trash can, and he was like, the trash goes in the trash can. And I was screaming.
Not the trash goes into the trash can. Now, on an episode of Watch What Happens Live, some SNL alums, Jane Curtin and Lorraine Newman, recalled an incident between Chevy Chase and Bill Murray backstage in 1978. So it seems like he likes to fight people backstage. Chevy, who had just returned to SNL to guest host, allegedly got into a physical altercation with Bill. Everyone felt mad that Chevy had left the SNL team, and it seems like Bill was the one who felt inclined to go and teach him a lesson. So Bill likes to get into it. And we actually have another allegation that comes from an older movie, What About Bob? And I want you guys to hear what this report says that Bill was up to.
He was an Irish drunken bully, is what he was.
E.T. was on set of What About Bob in 1990. It was all smiles while our cameras were rolling. But years later, Dreyfuss claimed the comedian threw a heavy ashtray at him during production, but luckily missed.
He screamed at the top of his lungs. Everyone hates you. You are tolerated.
Everyone hates you. You are tolerated is such a crazy quote. I can't imagine getting that in the workplace or having an ashtray thrown at me. I don't know what happened to Bill Murray, like what fame did to him, what they put in his sauce that he ate up that made him think he was so high and mighty, but it definitely isn't like a good legacy to leave. Like, I would not be happy if I was his age and people were still talking about how I'm behaving badly. I mean, that behavior on Watch What Happens Live is unforgivable, but I want to hear what you guys think in the comments below. Follow me for more, and if you have any video ideas for me, my email is SloanWellKnown@gmail.com if you have any video ideas for me. I'll see you in a new one soon. Bye, guys.